Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the meditation session. Let us take a moment to arrive on our meditation chair or cushion. Let us take a moment to arrive in front of our device. We can take that by taking 3 deep breaths. Every time we inhale, we try to refresh our attention. Every time we exhale, we try to relax. Now let us take a look at our meditation posture. So ideally sitting on the floor, but sitting on the chair is perfectly fine. If you are sitting on the chair, just make sure you're not leaning against the support of the chair and not leaning forward either. If you're sitting on the floor, the best would be to sit in the full lotus posture. This might be a little bit difficult, so make sure you are not pushing yourself, you are not forcing your body. You can simply sit cross-legged, or you can sit in half lotus or even Burmese style with one leg in front of the other. We place the hands traditionally in the concentration or meditation mudra, so you have your right hand on top of the left, the two thumbs are slightly touching, and this mudra rests on your lap. The back is straight. You can imagine that there is a string pulling your body from the crown of your head, keeping your body upright. The shoulders are even and relaxed. The neck is aligned in the continuation of the spine. You can very slightly tilt your head forward, but not much. You can place your tongue behind your upper teeth towards the upper palate. This helps to reduce the production of saliva while you meditate. And finally, the eyes are not completely closed. We keep them slightly opened, gazing in the space in front of us 1 or 2 meters, 45 degrees cast down, but we don't actually pay attention to what our eyes are seeing. It is the mental consciousness that meditates. This posture is known as the 7-point Buddha Vairochana posture. And out of these 7 points, the most important is for the body to be upright, the back to be straight. Now that we looked at our posture, let us look at our mind. Let us try to establish a good motivation for this session. Let us try to establish a Mahayana motivation. Maha means great in Sanskrit, and Yana is vehicle. So the great vehicle is actually characterized. The entry door to the great vehicle is bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is Sanskrit for the mind of awakening. It is the wish, the aspiration to become a Buddha, to become fully awakened in order to benefit all sentient beings. Why do we want to benefit all sentient beings? Is because we recognize that all sentient beings, since time immemorial, since beginningless time, have been trapped in the prison of their own mind. They have been trapped in samsara. This is the Sanskrit word for cyclic existence. Since beginningless time, taking rebirth again and again and again, since time immemorial. And in each of these rebirths, experiencing the results of the karmas they have accumulated in the past. So basically all sentient beings, including ourselves, are constantly taking rebirth and experiencing all sorts of experiences, pleasant, unpleasant, without any control. It is all due to the karmas we have accumulated in the past. These karmas, we accumulate them because of our afflictions, our disturbing emotions, our delusions. Afflictions include anger, attachment, jealousy, pride, anxiety, and so on and so forth. In all these mental delusions, these afflictions, these negative emotions, these disturbing emotions, they arise because we have this misapprehension of reality. Things appear to us as solidly real, solidly existent. They appear as if they are totally independent, totally objective, existing from the side of the object. This includes everything, all phenomena, including even the self. We have a strong sense of I, me, myself, that is very solid, very objective, very independent, very inherent, intrinsically existing. And because of that, we have the impression, the wrong impression, that we are the center of the universe. We feel that we are more important than others. But if we check carefully, this is completely mistaken. In fact, others are numberless, and I am only one. And others, just like me, want to be happy, don't want to suffer. So therefore, thinking I'm the hero of my own movie, that I'm more important than others, has no valid, there is no logic, there is no reason behind this misconception, which leads to all the afflictions. The afflictions, they push us to accumulate karmas, sometimes negative karmas, such as killing, stealing, lying, gossiping, and so on and so forth. These negative karmas, they will ripen in the form of unpleasant experiences. And due to the self-grasping ignorance, this misconception that we have, this apprehension that we have, this impression that we have that all phenomena exist truly, objectively from their own side, because of that, even the positive actions we do, such as helping others, practicing generosity, saving lives, and so on and so forth, even these actions, they will ripen in the form of pleasant experiences, but within samsara, within cyclic existence, meaning we don't have any control when they ripen. We cannot choose when we want to experience something pleasant. It doesn't depend on our choice. We don't have control. We cannot decide, for example, today, after the meditation, let's say, our doorbell rings. We have no idea if it's going to be, a neighbor complaining about something or a friend coming with a gift. We cannot choose. So this lack of choice, this lack of control, is precisely what samsara is. As long as we have this self-grasping ignorance, we cannot control what we experience. We are just experiencing the results of the karmas we have accumulated in the past. At the time of death, whatever is going on in our minds, there will be a karma that will ripen, a karma that we have accumulated in the past, that will propel us into the next life. For example, if at the time of death we are a little bit afraid of dying, we feel attachment to our current life, attachment to our body, and we grasp at it, we grasp at the body, at this life, then most likely a negative karma accumulated in the past will ripen and propel us into the lower realms. Let us try to generate a sense of compassion for ourselves and all sentient beings who are trapped in this vicious prison of the mind. At the moment we are born as humans, and probably our experiences are quite balanced in terms of happiness and suffering. But we can see even the happiness that we experience. We don't have control when we experience it. Even that happiness is temporary. This happiness is a worldly, non-lasting happiness, like this pleasure that we have due to the positive actions we have done in the past. Not only we cannot choose when we experience it, but also it doesn't last. It's a very gross pleasure, temporary. And we crave for more, and therefore engage in more actions that are negative or contaminated by this self-grasping ignorance. I have a teacher who used to say that it is a little bit as if we are living in a septic tank. And instead of escaping the septic tank, leaving the septic tank, we are making it nice. We are putting nice posters on the walls. We try to put some nice smells here and there, instead of freeing ourselves, leaving that septic tank. So it is a little bit what we are similar to what we are doing in samsara. Instead of leaving samsara, we are just trying to enjoy samsara, enjoying the pleasures that are not lasting and that we cannot choose. We can contemplate that around us, the ways karmas ripen are really terrifying. We can see with our own eyes so many people suffering from poverty. These days in Delhi it is about 46, 47 degrees centigrade. And most of us, we are lucky, I think everyone here online, we are lucky we have a home with AC. But imagine the thousands of people who are suffering from poverty, who don't have a house, and are experiencing this heat 24 hours a day. Try to generate a sense of compassion. We can also see around us so many people are suffering from difficult sicknesses. Many people are living in countries that are currently at war. Imagine the anxiety, the fear, the suffering, the pain living in such conditions. Try to generate a sense of compassion for them. We can also see the suffering of animals. All those animals on death row, animals that we, as humans, we see them as food. And they are living a very short life, just waiting to be sent to the slaughterhouse in horrible conditions. Can you imagine the intense suffering there? So let us try to generate a sense of compassion for ourselves and all sentient beings trapped in samsara, trapped in the vicious prison of the mind. Let us try to generate the thought, may all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Not only that, but let us try to generate a sense of responsibility. At the moment I have this precious human rebirth, qualified with so many freedoms and endowments. I have all my physical, mental capacities. Most importantly, I live at a time in a world where the Buddha has appeared 2500 years ago. And the Buddha extensively thought the methods to free our minds, to liberate ourselves. The Buddha has taught for several decades. Not only that, but the teachings of the Buddha are still very much available to this day, especially in this digital era with internet. So easily we can read about the Buddha's teachings. We can listen to qualified masters such as His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Not only that, but there are many practitioners, many followers of the Buddha's teachings who can help us, who can guide us. And not only that, but there are many supporters of the Buddha's followers, the Buddha's disciples. Many people are helping, for example, the Dharma centers to exist. So many Dharma centers around the world. So many people are supporting financially, for example, the Dharma centers, so that they can help people to listen to the Buddha's teachings, contemplate on the Buddha's teachings, and meditate on them. So with all these conditions that we have at the moment, we have this very precious human life, which is an incredible opportunity that is very rare, so precious. Therefore, let us try to generate a sense of responsibility for all sentient beings who don't have this opportunity. The Buddha taught about 6 realms of desire: human realm, animal realm, but there are also those realms that we cannot see with our own eyes, the pretas, suras, asuras, for example. In all these other realms, there is no opportunity to listen to the teachings of the Buddha, and even less opportunity to reflect on the teachings and to meditate on them. So in this human realm, we have this incredible opportunity, especially with this precious human rebirth that is very rare. We can see just on this planet alone about 8 billion human beings. How many are interested to look inwards, to look at their minds? How many are interested in the Buddha's teachings? And how many are putting the effort? So let us try to generate a sense of responsibility for all those beings who don't have this fortune. Let us try to give rise to the thought, I myself will free all sentient beings from suffering and the causes of suffering. But how can I do that? At the moment, I'm also under the power of karma and afflictions. I myself am trapped in samsara, in the vicious prison of my own mind. So in order to benefit sentient beings, first, I must liberate myself. I must eliminate all my mental veils, the afflictions, as well as the cognitive obscurations, and achieve the state of a Buddha, achieve the state of full awakening, achieve the state of omniscience, to know best how to benefit all sentient beings. Let us try to give rise to this most beautiful mind of bodhicitta by thinking, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings. So with this thought in mind, we will engage in Shamatha practice this morning, in Shamatha meditation. So Shamatha is Sanskrit for calm abiding. In Tibetan it is called Shinne. So the idea is to be able to place our attention, to concentrate on an object for a long time. Achieving calm abiding means being able to stay focused on a single object for at least 4 hours without feeling any mental or physical discomfort, with a total pliancy of the body and mind. So in order to do this practice, there are 4 instructions. We already looked at the first one, which is the body posture. Remember that the most important point for the body posture is for the body to be upright, for the back to be straight. The second instruction is the object of meditation. What are we actually meditating on? If you're familiar with this practice, I would recommend that you stick to the object you're the most familiar with for single-pointed concentration. And if you are new to this practice, I would suggest to use the breathing sensation at the entrance of the nostrils. Try to place all your attention on the breathing sensation, feeling a little bit cooler when you inhale, a little bit warmer when you exhale. Try to place all your attention or your focus there. Try to concentrate without losing the object. The third instruction is that we tend to get distracted when we meditate. And there are 2 main ways to get distracted. The first one is called mental excitement. Basically, we are distracted with thoughts, mostly thinking about past, future. And the second way we get distracted is with mental laxity or dullness or lethargy. We don't put enough application in our meditation and the mind starts to sink. We start to fall asleep. And therefore, we also lose our object of meditation. So the last instruction is that there are 2 antidotes that we need to use to counteract these 2 distractions. The first antidote is called introspection, also called alertness. So it is a little part of our mind in the background that is checking, what is my mind doing? Is it concentrated on my object of meditation? Or is it distracted? Has it wandered in thoughts? Or did it start to fall into dullness, lethargy? In the moment this introspection realizes that the mind is not focused on the object of meditation anymore, we make use of the second antidote, which is called mindfulness. And the role of mindfulness is to bring the mind back onto the object of meditation and making sure it remains there. So let us try to train in those mental factors of introspection and mindfulness for about 5 minutes. gently come out of the meditation. So it is actually advised when we are beginners with meditation to keep our sessions short. Like now, we just did 5 minutes. It is advised for two main reasons. The first one is that we are so used to our bad habits, mental bad habits, that if we sit for 1, 2, 3 hours and we don't, make use of the antidotes of introspection and mindfulness, then we'll just reinforce our bad habits. On the other hand, if we sit for, let's say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and we make a commitment that these will be 5 minutes of quality meditation, meaning that we will make extensive use of the antidotes, then gradually, we will progress in using those antidotes, and gradually our concentration will improve. Let's say at the moment, we can stay focused on our object for about 5 seconds. After several sessions of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then we will see that instead of 5 seconds, we are able to focus for 10, 15, 20 seconds, and so on and so forth, gradually, until the mind becomes serviceable, the body and the mind become pliant, and our clarity and stability of the object becomes better. Let us take a moment to, the second reason is that if we sit for 1, 2, 3 hours, we might feel exhausted at the end of the session, we might feel tired. And therefore, the next time we see our meditation cushion, we might not want to sit, we might not want to make the effort to meditate. While on the other hand, now we just did 5 minutes, and perhaps when you heard the sound, maybe you felt, oh, I want to meditate more. So this is a very good sign. It means that you will sit again and meditate again without requiring too much effort from your side. You will have the eagerness to sit again. So this is very good. So you can do more short sessions instead of sitting, let's say 1, 2, 3 hours once in a while. Better several times a day if you can. Sit for 5 minutes. You can start your day like this, you can finish your day like that. Or you can even do more sessions in a day. Consistency in the beginning is the key to doing at least once a day. Let us take a moment to dedicate the merits that we have accumulated by trying to generate bodhicitta and trying to train in calm abiding using the antidotes of introspection and mindfulness. Let us try to dedicate these merits so that we may soon, very soon, achieve the state of a fully awakened Buddha in order to liberate, in order to guide countless sentient beings without leaving any sentient being behind. May the precious minds of bodhicitta and of wisdom realizing emptiness that have not arisen arise and grow. And may that which has already arisen never diminish, but increase forevermore. Due to all our merits, may our spiritual guides have long, stable, healthy lives and continue to teach us the Dharma of Buddha Shakyamuni. In particular, may His Holiness the Dalai Lama live very long and healthy. And may all his holy wishes become spontaneously fulfilled. Due to all our merits, may the spiritual director of Tushita and the whole Foundation for the Preservation of the Mahayana Tradition, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, who showed the aspect of passing away last year, may he come back soon, very soon, in a fresh body to continue to guide us and to lead the organization. And finally, due to all our merits of the 3 times and all the merits of the 3 times of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, may all the wars that are happening in the world immediately come to an end. May there be no new war. May there be no famine. May there be no epidemic. May there be no financial disaster. May there be no catastrophes of the elements. May peace and harmony prevail in everyone's hearts and lives. Thank you very much for joining this morning, and we will see you tomorrow also at 9 a.m. for the meditation online, and then at 11 a.m. tomorrow we will celebrate Buddha Purnima, Sakadawa in Tibetan. So we'll meet at 11 a.m. at Tushita as well as online, and we will engage in some of the practices to celebrate Shakyamuni Buddha's birth, achieving of awakening, and passing into parinirvana. This is tomorrow a big festival in the Buddhist tradition. So we will celebrate, commemorate Buddha Shakyamuni's life by engaging in the Buddha Shakyamuni Puja. So see you tomorrow for that. After that, we'll also be going to the National Museum along with Venerable Geshe Dorji Damdul and Tibet House to pay homage to the Buddha relics. So right after the practice at Tushita, we'll leave to the National Museum and meet there at 1:30 p.m. And then in the evening at 6 p.m. at Tibet House, Geshe Dorji Damdul will guide the ceremony of undertaking the aspirational Bodhisattva vow. So you're most welcome to join us there as well. And our next programs after that, on Saturday at 2 p.m. in person only at Tushita, we will recite the Golden Light Sutra for world peace. On Monday at 6:30 p.m., we'll have a session of introduction to the Buddha's teachings for people who are new and who would like to know more about the teachings of the Buddha at 6:30 p.m. online and in person. And finally, on Tuesday at 6:30, we'll also have a program. It might be a puja or another teaching by a visiting monastic. It's not confirmed yet, so I will let you know in a few days. And then we carry on with our morning meditations at 9 a.m. until the end of the month. And the 1st of June until about the 1st of August, Tushita will pause for the summer break. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day. See you soon. Bye-bye.